But yeah, man, dude, that's like crazy though that you were like doing that back then. Like, I mean, it's like 96 or recording that 95. I mean, that's like around when Domination came out and shit. Like, in, you know, Pierce from Within, and like, I don't know, it was Domination 95. I can't remember, but it was like, that's like crazy, dude. You were like right at that time with, there wasn't like a lot of bands. I mean, people were doing triggers and stuff, but it was like, I don't know. It's like, it just sounds so like ahead of its time.
You got to think about how difficult it is to get an independent band stuff from Canada down into the United States and circulated in the scenes down here enough to where before we finally get it, you know, we got it a little bit later because Quo Vadis had to keep pushing out sick records for us to be forced to come across it. You know,
it took our friend Josh to show us, and it was like, oh my god, they were like obsessed, and then we like had all the albums and like watched the DVD all the time and stuff, and that was like early 2000s, like for us, like, you know, but yeah, it's so like, so recording that, like it was just all natural drums and then like just triggers on the kicks and
it was just triggers on the kicks and no edits at all. Yeah, dude, that's exactly what it was.
People, if you don't know this album, Quo Vadis from 1996, dude, that shit is slays, dude. Like, so good. And like, and the guitars sound really good too. I'm like, damn, it sounds great, you know. But I mean, of course, all your other stuff is amazing, and people are asking about, didn't you do it with Steve DiGiorgio? Of course, he was on, you know, what's the one called again? I always get
the Quo Vadis album that he did.
Yeah. What was the one called?
That was Defined Imagination.
Yeah, Defined Imagination. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. That one's sick. I mean,
how many tracks was it? One or more tracks on that album that he did?
On Defined,
he did the whole thing. Right?
Yeah. I mixed that up. I'm sorry, because we were talking about him featuring on something else. Sorry, I mixed it up.
He's featured like on albums that haven't even, you know, come out yet. He's like the most professional gnarly musician. He's like on so many things, you know.
No, it's really amazing. I mean, but there's a reason for that, right? I mean, he is phenomenal.
Oh, definitely. Definitely.
When you click with someone and it's working out well, both musically and I don't mean business wise, but, you know, in terms of communication and making the band work, you know, it's like, is the communication reliable? Is the relationship reliable? If the relationship is reliable and the musicians click musically, working at a distance really is not a problem. You know, the band I play in right now that I've been playing with for 10 years, Gone in April, the original first guitarist in that band was in Germany, and Julie and I were in Knoxville, Tennessee. When he left the band, I called Mark, the guitarist who played in Quo Vadis. That's how, you know, I got to know Mark, right? Was because of Quo Vadis. So I called up Mark and I said, hey, you know, we talked about the project, and he joined Gone in April. So we had that background, you know, with Quo Vadis. And when it came to the second album, also for Gone in April, I told, you know, Julie, I'd really like to get Steve, you know, on this album, and to have his ideas, his way of composing music, his way of composing bass. To me, I just really love the way whatever happens between his brain and his fingers, it's not only the way he plays it and that he plays so well, it's what he chooses to play to the music. To me, that is also mind-blowing. It's not only his skill level on the instrument, it is what he writes to the music he's playing bass to. It's those two things. And of course, we've gotten to know him super well over the years. And just like Mark and Steve and Julie and I mean, we're tight and good friends in that. So of course that adds a lot to it. But all that to say is that Steve's in California, Julie and I are in Tennessee, Mark is in Quebec City, and Aaron, our other vocalist, he does the growls, the death vocals. He's in about 20 minutes from Knoxville also, right? But the musicians are completely spread out. So the way we see it is, once you have a reliable relationship with those people and it works out well and you click musically, I don't care if you're in freaking 12-hour drive away. I would much rather work with someone that I can trust and rely on, and also that musically, when I listen to what they are doing, it makes me happy.
Yeah,
I rather work
definitely.
with someone who was far away.
You just
and, you know,
you just explained odious mortem to me, dude. That's exactly how we are. Casey's down in San Diego. Joel's closer to me. He's in Santa Cruz. I'm in Pacifica. I'm like an hour away from where Steve is actually. And but we've worked together for so long that it doesn't matter where we're at. We're gonna continue to create, and we just know how everybody works, and we still want to continue making art together. So this is how we do it now.
Yeah.